Hello, my name is Daniel Werner, here on behalf of the Liberalists. And today we have Dr. Shiva running for Senate against Elizabeth Warren. Mr. Shiva, Dr. Shiva, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, can't complain. How's the campaign going?
Campaign's going great. We're the ones who made this campaign interesting. It was a forlorn conclusion that Elizabeth Warren was going to win. And the Shiva for Senate campaign, pretty much everyone in Massachusetts now knows about our campaign because we've been on the ground. I mean, these are a few of our volunteers. We just did a Road Warrior Parade to mark Free Speech Weekend. We're here at Bunker Hill Monument, and campaign's going awesome.
So why the decision to run independent and not Republican?
Well, the bottom line is, look, I never voted ever in my life for either party because I thought both parties were tools of the establishment. Trump, by the way, is not a Republican or a Democrat. He's an independent. He hijacked the Republican Party in 2016.
Much like Bernie Sanders tried to do.
Well, Bernie Sanders is part of the not-so-obvious establishment. Trump is, I would put, orders of magnitude different than Bernie.
Oh, yeah.
But the bottom line is I gave the Republicans a chance. I ran as a Republican. We got standing ovations wherever we went. But the total corrupt Republican Party, in Massachusetts there's only one party, it's called the Democrat Party, and they have two faces, one called Democrat and the other called Republican. And you can see it in the three so-called Republican candidates running to get on the primary. One of them gave nearly $300,000 to Bill Clinton. The other person, as a Saudi lobbyist, as his campaign manager, faked a picture, a Photoshop picture with Trump, and voted for Joe Biden. And the other person claimed to fame that she ran the lottery. I'm the only one who can defeat Elizabeth Warren. I gave the Republicans a shot. We dumped the Republican Party because they're an irrelevant party. Trump got, hijacked on the ground as independents. By the way, Massachusetts is nearly 60% independents.
So, how has the media been treating you, the mainstream media?
Well, we don't give a damn about the mainstream media. They're irrelevant. If you notice, we've gotten so much play out there in spite of the mainstream media. Why? Because A, we got an amazing message. Only the real Indian can defeat the fake Indian. Our platform is phenomenal. Clean government, right? Term limits. We want voter IDs. We want real health, which means no to Monsanto. Elizabeth Warren, by the way, voted for the Monsanto Protection Act. And then the other piece we want in this is lower the cost of healthcare. And then finally, when it comes to real jobs, we need more skilled labor. We don't need lawyer lobbyists. We don't need career politicians. We need people who actually have real skills. So our campaign is built on rock solid foundation. We have an amazing brand, and people are just coming to us like it's like a virus we're spreading in a very positive way.
Yeah. So I assume, of course, you've been speaking to constituents in the district you're running in. What are they telling you, like person to person, the people?
Yeah. So that's a great question. I mean, number one, people we meet, 90% of people we meet do not like Elizabeth Warren. The only reason they're going to vote for her because it's toxic to be an R, and they have no other alternative. So when they hear about our campaign, they go, wow, you're the alternative to Warren, right? Because when we bring up the fact that she voted for the Monsanto Protection Act, they go, what are you talking about? And it's on the Senate record, she voted for Monsanto. When we bring up the fact that she lied to get into Harvard, people recognize that she's a racist. When we talk about the fact that Dodd-Frank destroyed 1,200 community banks, all of these add up. If you look at the back of our card, we expose her as a lawyer lobbyist, me as a worker. She's a racist, I'm the fighter. She's for imperialism. She wanted to bomb Syria, right? She was against Putin and Trump meeting. She was against North Korea and South Korea coming together. She's an imperialist. She wants war. She's pro-war. She supports the entire defense contractor war lobby. So when we make these distinctions, it becomes clear, but the brainwashed D's who just are brought in like cattle by the Democratic Party, and we don't care about them. But there's a significant number of independents who are recognizing, or who have already recognized, that Elizabeth Warren is a fake, she's a phony, but they don't want to vote R, and we're that alternative to them.
So where do you find common ground with Donald Trump, and where do you disagree with him?
Well, look, Donald Trump's winning, everyone should embrace because it's a historic event. See, I'm a system scientist. I look at systems and how they change. Trump's win was a historic disruption. If it wasn't him, it was going to be somebody. But he was the right person at the right time to create a massive disruption. What I mean by disruption is he completely came out of nowhere and he attacked both parties, Republican and Democrat, and they did not expect it. He also attacked the mainstream media, which was phenomenal. So the fact that he did that, I consider him a hero for America, and everyone should embrace it. I don't even care if he passes any bills in Congress. That significant thing that he did is what, for example, compels me to run, right? Because I don't need to do this. I'm running a multi-billion-dollar company in the biotech space. But the fact that he won, it shows that Americans are ready. They're awakening up to the fact that enough of lawyer lobbyists, enough of this two-party system, enough of career politicians, and enough of all this money in politics. If you think about the amount of money Elizabeth Warren and Scott Brown spent last year, close to $100 million. And 99% of that money goes to their friends in media and advertising. So it's a complete racket. We're going to win this campaign with under $5 million. Watch us win, because it's going to be on the ground, by the people, for the people, following, as we say in physics, first principles.
Well, finally, last question. Do you have any advice for young people seeking office anywhere?
Yeah, so we got to go back to first principles, you know? You know, there are fundamental principles. And when you violate those principles, you create something that's not real. The first principle here is government by the people, for the people. So if you truly believe in that, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to stand up on your own 2 feet and recognize the power of the individual. You know, we have people here, Sandhya here, you know, Kriti here, Richard here, you know, Mike here. We go out and we hold our signs up, you know, for 1-2 hours. You know, 10,000 people see us. Now you multiply that by 200 people, you're looking at over 50 days, you're looking at 100 million eyeballs, right? What is the cost of that? It's a cost of people believing in it. The way they do it, they pay their guys in advertising, they pummel people. So we got to get back to this fundamental notion: it's the government for the people, by the people. And people have to get back into believing in themselves, believing in the American values of hard work. So we are walking the walk with our campaign. It's not like, oh, believe in hard work, meritocracy, and then we're paying paid consultants. That's bullshit, you know? And that's what people need to understand. We need to get back and walk the walk, not talk something over here and do something. Like, we have people come to our campaign, they do all this great YouTube stuff and talk, and we say, hey, you want to help us get signatures? Silence, right? Because they believe that YouTube and doing a social media video is you're doing some value. No, you got to get on the ground, you got to interact with human beings.
Absolutely.
So that's where campaigns are won, and that's the reality of it. It's not just doing YouTube videos, right? They're nice, I mean, we do them, but if you don't meet people, it's all just not real.
Right. Well, I want to thank you, Doctor, for your time. And this is Daniel.
Let me just say one other thing. Sure. Look, everyone out there, the other message we have is we want people to get off the sidelines and participate. The culture of the modern establishment is to have people sit on their sofas, eat popcorn, and watch stuff.
Or attendees.
Or attendees, right? So we promote a celebrity culture, we promote Hollywood, we promote being on the sidelines. Our campaign is get off the couch, right? Participate. And we've made it really easy for working people to participate. People can go to our website, Shiva for Senate, and you can get these 2 amazing magnetic signs, all made in America. We call them road warrior signs. You put them on your car, and you weaponize your car as a political weapon. You drive around with it. It's got the picture of me, the real Indian, and Elizabeth Warren, the fake Indian in the headdress, and the liberal apologists hate it because it exposes their own racism. And so anyone listening, that's what you should do. Do something significant. This campaign's going to be over in less than 80 days. And my running is a historic event. A guy who came from India with nothing, went to the public school systems, mowed lawns, played baseball, got 4 degrees from MIT, created thousands of jobs. That has not occurred in Massachusetts. It's always been one scumbag politician on the left and another scumbag politician on the right, you know, using poor whites and poor blacks to fight together against each other. You know, we need to bring people together against a singular enemy, which is the establishment, and the epicenter of that is Cambridge, Massachusetts, and the epicenter of that is Harvard University. So we have an opportunity to win, literally win, if people do their thing, which is get those road warrior signs and become volunteers. So this is not a theoretical campaign, it's something everyone should participate in. Because by winning as an independent, we will send out a bigger explosion than Donald Trump's win, that independents can win, that Americans can win.
Doctor, I want to thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks again. Yeah, you know what I got to say? Like, as an independent, I ran last year and this year. I knocked out over 3,200 doors in the city. Talked to over 1,000 people, from the poor section to the wealthiest section.